Well, they didn't have much to say to us.
No.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, hi, see you later.
Got things to do.
Yeah, places to go.
People to see.
Yeah.
Well, so far that hasn't worked, Jazz.
Still fitting there, are they?
They're too interested in what we're doing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Welcome to another edition of ATB TV. I'm Shona Drechsler and I'm here by myself today. First of all, I'm going to talk about last week's results. On Friday we had Tokyo Tower finish 5th at Kyneton. We were kind of expecting a little bit more from her over a bit more distance, but she just didn't produce, so it looks like she'll head to the December sale. We had Diorsivus run around at Cranbourne and finished 8th on Saturday night. Second start for this boy, and he ran an okay race. He's very green and he's got a lot to learn, but we're quite looking forward to see what he can produce once he matures up. He'll probably have a couple more starts this prep, and then he'll probably go to the paddock to grow and mature mentally. Reigning Meteor finished 4th at Ballarat on Cup Day in their Magic Millions Classic race. Ran an okay race, but just ran into a very smart horse of Brendan McCarthy's. On Sunday at Mornington we had Intravenous race. We're going to forget that she went round. She struck interference and nearly came down in the straight, so we'll look for her at her next start. And we had Sir Dylan at Kilmore finished 2nd, so another 2nd for him, but he's knocking on the door for a win surely sometime soon. And at Warrnambool on Monday we had Stylish Lily finish 10th, another horse that was unlucky in running, so we'll look for her next start. I think she'll be having another race next week. We had Shiny Lass debut, who is the half to Shiny Buttons and Axorius. She ran a blinder of a race for her first start, finishing 4th. She got knocked down quite a few times, but was gathered herself back up and was still strong through the line, so we'll look for her racing as well next week. We had Royal Fantasy finish 4th at Warrnambool. Resented the tongue tie on, so Maddie Williams is going to try a tongue controlling bit because she ran his race in the first 600 metres, so we'll forget that one and we'll look for that one next start. Yesterday at Seymour we had Happy Highway finished 5th. It was very unlucky in running. We've had a very unlucky week in running. The runners that we've had, they've copped interference and been knocked around, so we'll have a look for her next start. She may also go to the December sales. We had Canneridge finish midfield over at Kempton Park. Marco Body thinks that he might drop her back to 1,000 metres instead of the 1,200, so we'll keep an eye out for that. Tonight at Cranbourne we've got White House Affair racing. Looks to be a good race, and Weary gives her an each-way chance. We've got Glockenspiel resuming from a very long spell. He's had a bit of a tendon issue. He's had over a year off, but he looks to be in good order, and Cranbourne track's nice and spongy, so we look for him to be running, but again he'll take improvement out of whatever he does tonight. Tomorrow we're off to Rose Hill for a Basso. Finished 2nd last week, and again just put in a fighting run. He's just such a genuine horse, so keep an eye out for him. And we've got Benindi running at Hawkesbury. She was nominated at Kembla Grange on Sunday as well, but Chris Waller thinks that this could be an easier option. She's resuming from a spell, and she looks to be a nice horse, so watch her, but whatever she takes out of this race she'll improve on again fitness wise. Moonee Valley, we've got Tayo Racing with Weary and Brad Rurilla to ride. That's at 2:45, so keep an eye out for him. Very unlucky in running last start at Sandown, was wide the whole trip and just didn't have any luck in running, so keep an eye out for him. Hopefully you might get some good odds on him at an each way chance. Sunday we've got Ticket to Toorak Racing, Princess Hussey and Gen Y. And at Kyneton we've got My Obsession. On Monday we're at Hamilton, we have All Roads and Martha's Moment. And Tuesday at Kilmore we've got Host Me nominated. So keep an eye out on the website for those, and we'll also put some comments on the runners and results pages on how we think they're going to go and whether you should back them. Earlier this week I caught up with Craig O'Donnell from the Rockmount Pre Training Establishment, where we send a few of our horses to be pre-trained before they go to our selected trainers, and here it is. Shona from ATB here in this week's edition of ATB TV. I'm at Rockmount Pre Training with Craig O'Donnell.
G'day Shona, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Very good.
You can see there's a little bit of height difference here. I'm like a Shetland and he's the 17-hand thoroughbred. Anyway, we come up here today because we've got quite a few horses up here in pre-training, and I thought I would give you a look at the facilities, and we can talk about the program, that when they come up for pre-training, you know, what they do and how they get fit and the process that they go through. So Craig, when you get our horses up from Baland, from ATB, what do you do with them?
Well, usually the first couple of days is just getting them settled in and basic sort of exercise. We put a saddle on, we lunge them, give them a light trot and canter in the round yard.
Yep.
And then once they're good there, they'll move up to the track and they'll do certain different distances of work. First day they'll only do maybe one lap of the track, and then second day they just gradually get you know, faster and longer work sort of thing. So.
Yep. And you've got an 1100 metre straight track up there.
Yep.
It's made with a shaved rubber and some wash sand.
Yeah.
So, and when it rains, the track holds really well and it's easily drained off, and you can keep working on it in the rain.
Yeah, exactly. It's really good all-weather track, no matter what the weather is or the conditions. We can still always work horses on it. So.
Yep.
And it's got really good concussion on it too. So any horses with any, you know, injuries or ailments, it's a good rehabilitation tool basically to go along with the exercise that we've got here.
Yep. And you've got an electric walker here. How many horses does that take?
That's a 12-horse walker.
Yep.
Yep. And our exerciser is a 6-horse walker.
Yep. Hello there. Oh, yeah. Clean. So we just touched on about the electric walker and the aquasizer. Is there any specific horses that you use that on?
Usually we start any horses that have had race preps beforehand on the aquasizer. It's a good graduation sort of into riding. They don't basically need a whole lot of riding. They don't need any education or anything like that. So you can
residual fitness there.
Exactly, and you can start them off and be a bit kinder to them. It's good for their joints and just getting them to realise not everything's sort of go all the time. Whereas the younger horses, the 2-year-olds and the yearlings that we get through, usually we start them off under saddle first, because as well as fitness that they need, they also need a bit of education on track work and how to do it properly.
Yep. And generally it's about 4 to 5 weeks they come for?
Yeah, 4 to 5 weeks, and usually sort of at the end of that time they're up to a little bit of soft pace work. So they'll first start off probably start of the 4th week they'll be doing a bit of half pace, and then we'll graduate that to a bit of 3/4.
Yeah.
And by that time they're ready to go down to the trainer.
Yep. And how many horses do you have in work here at one time?
Like to keep usually between 25 and 35.
Yep.
That's a good number.
And what time do you start for the day?
6 AM.
Yeah, that's sleeping.
Yeah, it's a nice late one for us.
Yeah.
There's no
Wait till
lights
the
on
sun
the track.
comes up.
Yeah. So yeah, we start at 6 a.m. and we go through until lunchtime, have a little break, and then we're back here through till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And then doing nighttime stuff as well. We have someone come through and do the waters and check all over the horses as well, usually about 7 or 8 o'clock. So.
Yep. And celebrity horses, what ones have you had here?
Okay, we have had Atlantic Jewel, Maldivian, Who Be Got You, Shocking, Summeretti, Royal Descent.
I saw Royal Descent out in the paddock, and you've got our old buddy out there who's 32 years old. 32,
just nearly 33 now, and she's looked after some quality horses in her time. She's been a great old nanny, so.
A few superstars.
Yeah, she's looked after the best. So.
Yeah, and we've got Ron's Moss here behind us. He's trained by Henry Dwyer at Caulfield, and I think he might have won a race or two.
He has. He's won a race over in Adelaide, and Henry got him over there on Derby Day, hoping to meet the real Ron Moss, but apparently he didn't want to borrow us.
So Ron says hi. Go you, Ron. Alright, well thanks very much, Craig, and I'm going to show some footage of bits and pieces around the farm, so I'll pop that up for you now. That's a list of attendees.
Yeah, some of the old ones that have come and gone.
Yeah. If you're there. Well, that's it for this week's ATB TV. This weekend we've got our Christmas party on Sunday, so those of you who are going, we look forward to seeing you there. And those who aren't, have a great weekend and be safe. And till next week, I'm Shona Drechsler. What are you doing, Guesty?
Alright, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I've left a phone message for them to call me anyway, so. Alright, thank you, bye.
Come here.
Yeah, there's actually two